breastfeeding should take extreme care to avoid self-injection, which can cause allergic reactions like anaphylaxis.
So yesterday, when we were doing the podcast, there was 100 carpenter bees back here. They're chewing the hell out of this building. But right now, I've only seen one carpenter bee. Maybe it has to be hotter for them to come out. This rabbit has just been bred. We're going to take her and put her down in with the other rabbits. I have 3 empty cages down there. You're going to be glad that you're getting in this cage here. That's my oldest buck right there. You can see he's had a little bit of combat with some of those girls. He's got quite the chunk missing from his ear. That's a boy. We've been using him a lot. That's a mom with her babies. Babies are about to come out of there. That's a boy. We've been using him a lot. That's a boy. That one's pregnant. This one has a bunch of babies. This one should be pregnant. These babies are about to come out here. This mom has a bunch of little babies. This one, a bunch of little babies. That one's pregnant, and that's a male. This mom, a bunch of babies. She's pulling them out because it's hot. This one should be having babies any day. That one should be having babies any day. This one should have babies. This one has new babies. Let's take a look. Let's see what the new babies here look like. Can we see your babies, Mom? Ooh, they're big, huge, fat, healthy. Look how chunky that thing is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 in there, I think. And that's a good mom. That hair is nice and fluffed up. Hear her thumping. She's like, get away from me. That's a mom and her one baby. One baby survived. That's going to be a hell of a mom, probably. That's a boy. He needs to go. That's a pregnant. That one's pregnant. These need to probably go. They're ready. They're definitely ready to breed. They're nice, big, heavy rabbits, but we don't need them. That's a boy. He needs to go. That's a pregnant mom. That's a pregnant. So those are rabbits. And as you see, we have a lot. I've got a lot of manure also. Needs to be dumped. So maybe we'll get to that today. This old extra cage was hanging up here, and the screw bent. When I was coming through it, tagged me on the top of the head. I've not looked at it, but I can feel it. And I don't have a ladder to put it back up, but what I was looking at was, look how crazy this web is. They always say a spider web with no pattern is a black widow. I don't know. I don't know if that's a black widow. I don't think so, but that's a giant, big old spider web. And when you push on it, it's pretty durable. It's got a ton of flies and other kind of bugs in it. It's dead, obviously. Ooh, I didn't want to pull those out. Just trying to pull some of these leaves. This is comfrey. I want to expose this fig here a little bit. You can see it's starting to leaf up. Let's see if I got any other comfrey here we can pull. We're going to give it to the rabbits. There's some comfrey in there starting to grow. That little Milwaukee hedge trimmer has been great. It's one of the little 12 volts. Somewhere in here. Yep, there's a fig right there. Starting to come up. Let's expose it a little. I don't know if you guys can see it. All the little bubble looking things, right? Looks like little raindrops. Those are fish. Don't know what kind of fish. We put fish in here years and years ago, minnows. I don't know what these are. Probably came off of birds, pooping them out, throwing them up, or off their feet, off the mud, eggs and stuff, but there's a lot of fish in here now. Little roots there. I bet I could plant that one. I think they'll eat comfrey. Hopefully it doesn't have any kind of effect on them being pregnant. I guess we'll know tomorrow morning. Yeah, some of them are eating it. How about you? You want some of this? Come on, little boy. Yeah, he took it. See if we can plant this. First, let's get this rabbit out of here. You're gonna be so excited.
Why?
Do you know?
I don't know.
You know.
About?
The log splitter?
You got the log? Oh yeah, the log splitter runs now.
There was too much oil in it.
Too much oil.
Which is weird, because Cody drained. Oh, I saw him drain the oil. Put oil back in, but there must have been like a sump.
Is that bearded dragon right there?
What?
It's a bearded dragon.
There's no damn bearded dragon out there.
I swear it is. Look at it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a bearded dragon on the tire. On the tire of the log splitter.
It's not a fucking... See the lizard running up the rocks there?
Yeah.
Okay, is there a lizard on the tire?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a bearded dragon.
Looks like one.
Oh, hold on. You don't move, because you're going to scare it. I want to see what it is.
right below the tire.
Fucking bearded dragon. Oh, it's a little bluebelly. It's a little bluebelly.
That's not a bearded dragon?
The fence lizard. No, bearded dragons are from Australia.
Oh, okay.
Australia! I thought you were fucking with me.
No.
Yeah, it is.
You thought there was a full-size bearded dragon out there?
Do you see the big one? Do you see the one sitting on the gravel?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fence lizard also.
Huh.
So, eastern fence lizards are not as cool as western fence lizards. We used to catch them. Now, these ones here have 2 blue stripes, especially the males. They have 2 blue stripes on their belly, and they flash. Like when they get angry and shit, they push way up and they flash those blue stripes, and they're much bigger. The ones in California are much bigger. The ones here are smaller. And then they do push-ups. Like when they're trying to attract a female, they do this. My phone's keeping my truck from going into gear. They do push-ups up and down like to attract them. Why don't you just stack them up and just do it all at once?
Well, I can carry 2, but I can't carry 3.
If you can carry 2, you can carry 3. Two cats. We're about to have 5 more cats. Look at the balls on that kitty. Look how fucking skinny he is.
He's fucked up. Look at his eyes.
He's always fighting. We'll see.
He's saying, kill me, please.
Nah, we'll see how he does once. That's the oldest one right there. We'll see how this one does once the kittens show up. If he's an asshole to the kittens,
You guys are getting kittens?
he will be dispatched. It's close to 5 o'clock, probably 4:36. So everything I've got going on in the building is done. I'm just kind of in their way right now. So I'm out here. I'm going to strip some of these peaches off this tree. This poor thing, it's like being pregnant in the summer. It is really leaning over, almost touching the ground. I'm going to strip about 50% of the fruit, see if it stands back up, and plus it'll put better energy into the fruit that remains. Back here, I was back here just a second ago, and I do see carpenter bees, although they've just taken off. Normally I'm back here peeing. When we're doing a podcast, I come back here to pee, and they fly right up to you. They're very curious, but for some reason today, it's like they know. They do not want anything. Maybe I need to pee. Maybe that's what it is. They just flew away. Like here comes some more. But they're all here. You can see the sawdust. They're chewing the hell out of this building. Might just have to spray it with something. Here's one. Got him. Do these have stingers? I don't know. Do I want to find out? I don't want to find out. That didn't do it. That did it. Maybe if we leave a carcass, it'll scare the others away. Probably not. I bounced that one a little bit. No, that's 2. 2 out of 200. All right, I hit 6 of these things. I was able to recover a couple of them. The others, the tennis racket just really wallops them and they kind of fly. There's got to be a better way. Tennis racket's the best way I've found so far, though. I suppose we could poison them, bug spray or something. It's breezy back here, though. If I sprayed bug spray, I'd end up with it all over myself, too. I don't know that we'll exactly get 50%, maybe more, maybe less, but just grabbing a lot of them. Like there's 6 or 7 right here. They're just in huge clusters. It's like every flower became a peach. And we had massive storms, like massive wind storms that were supposed to be tornadoes and shit, but they really stayed on here this year. Normally we warm up in the winter and then get a massive cold and it kills them all. So the last few years we've not gotten much, which is maybe why there's so many this year. But it's already standing up. I meant to leave this here so you guys could see how much it comes up as I take weight off. Ew, super bitter. I don't know if that's half, but it's a lot. I also don't know if you guys can tell if the tree is hanging higher. It doesn't look like it. I don't know, maybe you guys will think it is. It doesn't look like it's any higher. I also, looking at it, don't think I got that much off of it. It's still heavy. All right, there's 3 gallons of peaches I just pulled. I think it's a little higher, maybe 12 inches or so higher. Still might need to brace it because these peaches are gonna, you know, 5x in size. You can see they're starting to turn peach color, some of them. A lot are bigger than others. Like here's a little runt. I pulled a lot of these little runts off of here. No sense in putting any energy into them. They're so far behind, but it's better than it was. We might have to reassess in a couple weeks and strip some more weight. But the tree's open good. There's air through there. They say when you trim the tree, you should be able to take a cat by the tail, throw him through, and as he X's out, extends all his limbs, he shouldn't be able to grab any of the branches. So it's definitely cut a lot more than we have in the past this year. Here's another one. Obviously it's not taken off as well, or it's not as well established as the other one. There's still tons of clusters on here. I'll strip all these small ones. No sense in putting energy into these little ones. Although maybe that's a mistake, I don't know. Maybe peaches, maybe it's the second crop of peaches that's supposed to do better, I don't know. I just feel like no sense in putting energy into those runts. This is a pear right here. You can see that it's really coming on good. There's pears all the way up there. This branch right here got a ton on it. Same thing here, you can see them. And then these over here. Blueberries. This will be an apple of some kind. Same thing here. Lots of apples on those. And then the figs are starting to wake up. Some of them are a little later than the others. The others are more established, but there's already fruit showing up on these things. I don't don't see one here that I can show you, but there's a lot of fruit on them. There's a fig right there. When we were looking at them the other day, we counted a couple dozen already on there. Something might have knocked them off. Birds might have got them, which usually they won't until they're ripe. Probably go ahead and cut that one out of there. Here's another peach. Peach or nectarine, I'm not sure how to tell until the fruit's on, but this one, these are a lot bigger than the other tree, the fruit on here, but there's a lot less of the fruit. I don't think we need to strip any out of this one. Well, maybe a few of those. I kind of shake them too. The weak ones fall off, although maybe it's the better ones that are falling off because they have more juice in them. I don't know. I'm not a fruit tree guy yet. In the years past, I would mow this, but what I found is when I mow it, the sun gets to the ground more and it really dries the ground out. When we have a lot of wood mulch, which we don't, we were getting tons of wood mulch, chipped up trees, like chipped the same day. We'd put 12-20 inches of mulch down all around this, down this whole strip. We would literally just take and put a skid steer bucket, like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1, and just kind of, you know, brush them out a little bit. And we didn't have to water all summer. You'd step on the top of those things when it's 105 degrees out and they sound like potato chips crunching, but when you would scrape back just a few inches, you could take the wood chips underneath and literally wring water out of them. It stayed so damp under there, it just wicks moisture all around. But we don't have that right now. I need to get a wood chipper out here and chip up all this. There's a baby dove. A lot of doves out this year, mourning doves. I need to chip all this up, and then we've got a bunch of standing dead wood that's gonna get chipped also, so we'll have some chips. It's just doing it. Suckers are heavy. Isn't it sad?
Huh?
Isn't it sad?
Yeah, very sad.
Stripping all these peaches off.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, oh.
The tree's not touching the ground as much anymore. What do these things weigh? 5 pounds. 4.7. 5.1, about 15 pounds. Check this out, baby. It's May the 4th coming up. May the 4th be with you. Those are the 2 promo bags. I don't know what the code is. It's probably May the 4th or something like that, but each order, probably a $65 threshold, you get this free tool bag light. By the time you see this, it'd probably be too late. I don't know. If I even put these videos together, we'll see. All right, I've got 3 pallets by 2 pallets. This is all composted down rabbit manure. I need it a little wider so I can get the bucket of the skid steer. It'll fit in here just barely. So I'm gonna move all these over and make this 1 pallet wider, and it'll be a lot more accessible then. Check this out. It's almost like it's hollow when you step on it. It's so loamy, I guess, that you just sink. It's never been compressed. You just sink right down in it. Man, That's just pushing that right down in the ground. It's driving the pliers. It's driving the puller into the ground. It's not grabbing anything. Man, it's not pulling these, it's pushing the ground down. I might grab the skid steer and I guess wrap it with a chain. That sucker's not coming out. Try that. Maybe we can get them out. Let's see if these guys will eat these green peaches. So far, they do not seem very interested. These T-posts have been in before COVID. You can see there's a little clay on them. I really don't even think it's rust. Might be a little rust. Still full function. When you buy T-posts, there's like these T-posts you buy at the box stores, and then there's farm T-posts. These are like cast iron. There's a big difference between them. Even when you go to seat them, there's a big difference. You'll bend the piss out of the others, whereas these they'll drive properly. Let me show you something here. See that white? That means danger. If you're driving these and you're lifting your T-posts that are high enough that you see this, you're close to the top, and if you come off and hit it, it will deflect and drive straight into your scalp. And I had to have 15 staples 10 years or so ago from that. And nobody told me that. Never have I heard this is the danger zone. It just dawned on me a year or two ago that that was the case. And when you see that, that is very dangerous. And you can see here in driving this one, that's how that happens. That T-post comes, the setter comes off, hits it. You see sparks also when that happens. So be very careful with that. need a damn hammer up here. I don't have one. I'm super out of square, or these pallets are bigger than those pallets. Either way, it's gonna hang over 6 inches here. Completely fine. These pallets are a lot better, so it'll mostly keep the chickens out. I'll need to replace that or just put a couple slats on, but that'll keep the chickens out from tossing this all over. Address that door at some point. I'm cutting corners. I'm gonna put that T-post in, and I'm gonna screw this one together, which is on this T-post. And then same thing here. I'm gonna put one in, and I'm gonna screw this one to it, and screw this one to it, and screw this one to that. So it'll save 3 T-posts, and it'll be easier to pull. Well, I guess it won't be easier because all you gotta do is lift these off, especially if you have another hand with you. If you got a second person, it's super easy to get them off. But I have no idea what these things cost right now, but I'll bet last time we bought them, we bought a bundle, and I think we got 72 in a bundle. I don't remember, but I'll bet you these things are $15, $20 a pole right now. So that's not why I'm cutting corners. I'm cutting corners so that I don't have to drive 3 of these things. I've always said I'm gonna get one of those pneumatic drivers, and then when I'm done, I'm like, we're not gonna set T-posts for a while. So I still don't have one. I think I would use one if I had it right now, especially an attachment for the skid steer. What's he barking at? Hey, what is it? It was duck loving. I don't know if there's any loving, because duck love is definitely not consensual. Had the drone up, was up on the edge of the property, flew down, was coming down, and I was facing the building, watching the controller, not paying attention to where the camera was pointed, and flew the drone into the power line. And it went upside down and recovered and was hovering. And as I went to fly it, it landed itself pretty hard. Powered back up, took off. It's just missing a lot of the blade, one of the blades. I think putting new blades on will fix it, but I haven't looked at the footage yet, so I don't know what the footage looks like. Maybe you guys will see that. Maybe we'll get that in there. I've got the little M12 fuel, brushless. Every year they seem to greatly improve these. This one's a couple years old, and it has incredible torque. Enough that it would torque the hell out of your wrist if you're not careful with it. And this little compact, I've got the M18 stuff, but man, I use this little thing all the time, and it's been incredible. I picked up a while ago a couple of these Husky boxes just to keep them on the four-wheeler, because they got a gasket and they're waterproof. I wish it had a handle. It doesn't. It's not a big deal. It's small enough to grab with your hands, but I just keep screws in this thing, and it's been pretty awesome. I've had them for probably 2 years now. Now, I've not left them out on the four-wheeler for any length of time. I take them inside, but they seem pretty durable. Man down. Battery dead? had it set on the different torque. Had it set on drill, I think. These bits are pretty good. I do prefer one that has a sleeve though, that encases, right, and has a magnet. I prefer one that has a magnet in it and then has the sleeve that holds the screw further in. What the fuck is going on here? That screw, oh, I know what's up. These screws, these are not, oh shit, some of these screws are hex. They're star bit. They're not actual normal screws. Some of them are, and they were in the same box. Very half-assed. Very half-assed. I need to pull this pole and move it in. I really need to kick this out and probably put a piece of 4x4 in here, but it's holding right now, and now I need to take all the rabbit manure out of there and dump it in here. I keep cement trays under all these rabbits. They have two sizes. They have this size and they have these larger size. I used to use the big ones, but when they fill up they get too heavy, and inevitably you're going to let them fill up and they'll be too heavy. So I use those smaller ones and they're more manageable. I can also get them through this skinny gate easier here, so that's why I use the small ones. The urine breaks them down over time for sure, so you do have to replace them. I try to have two for every one of these. I have an extra one and I keep a stack of them, so as they crack, and they will, as they crack, I just replace them. It's just a consumable, but I get a couple years out of the trays, and that's what I'm going to do right now, is take all this manure and put it in that compost bin there. Usually I have a cool time lapse and I've got 3 or 4 cameras and a drone. We're not doing none of that shit. I'm gonna cut this together and make this a super short video, even though it'll probably be 2 hours of time here. And you can try to stay clean, but you're gonna get dirty, so you might as well just skip the trying to stay clean. Here's a crack. This is what I'm talking about right here. This stuff usually dumps right out of there, but it's pretty caked in, which makes me think the last time these were dumped, whoever did them didn't scrape the trays. That's why it's taking a lot more work this time. Holy cow. I've never had this stuff stuck in here like this before. The last few times this has been done, I've not done it. So my guess is these were not scraped out last time. manure done. This is the most difficult clean out I have ever done. It took 3 times what it normally took probably. We've had a lot of big rains that were raining sideways, so the stuff was heavy. And then a lot of it was caked in on the dry ones. I don't know why that is. I have a suspicion. But the trays are all clean now. And there's baby bunnies everywhere. This I need to address. That will not be tonight. I got stuff I've got to do inside now. But I need to get this all organized and get these 2 troughs cleaned and set back up, because I'm going to bring in a bunch of chickens. All right. This needs battened up better, but for tonight it is functioning. I did find a new torch with a new hose, so I'm going to switch that out, torch some weeds. I'm going to go and get all this all the tools and trash thrown away and tools put up where they belong. Come here. Hera, come here. Up. Come here. I don't really encourage her to jump up. If she jumps up, she'll realize she can get over this fence. I wanted you to see how tall she is. When she stands on this rail here, her head is way up over my head. All right, what time is it? We're rolling up on almost 8 o'clock. Weed dragon. Ooh, this just shocked the shit out of me. It's sparking on the outside, and I think that's making it not spark on the inside. There we go. I think this is threaded. Maybe not. It's not putting the gas out where it needs to go. All right, we'll walk out here, close the gates, and go take a shower. Man, I stink. Been out here about 3 hours-ish. Got the peaches picked off the tree. Got the compost bin expanded. Got the rabbit manure moved. Piled up, unloaded, rabbit trays cleaned out. And I'm gonna go take a shower, get a bite to eat, and then I have a live at 9 o'clock. So full day. Been running pretty full speed, pretty good today. We got a bunch of mystery orders shipped, got a lot of belts out, all that stuff packed up, and then we'll go in here right now, see what's cleaned up on the table, and that stuff will get packed up in the morning and shipped out. And I'll probably cut some stuff at some point tonight also. So it'll all be good. Let's go see what Amanda's doing. These clothes are so dirty, I am going to wash them alone without anything else in there. Man, they stink. These pants are 5'11" pants, and I bought them for farm work. They're too light brown for me to wear them on a day-to-day basis. I like the Cole pants, but I wanted to try these also, just another option, and they've worked well. I've been wearing them for at least a year now. They're just they don't have a dark brown. I don't want a black pant, I want a dark brown. They've got a green one, but they look like, you know, a sheriff's uniform or something. So these are cool for farm work, but day to day still wearing the Coles. What I really want is pizza. What I'm going to have instead is ribeye and maple bacon Brussels sprouts left over from dinner a couple nights ago with our friends Kiri and Glenn and Paula and her husband and Isaac and Alexi. So it's a great restaurant. It's called Oak Lawn. It's in Paris, Tennessee. Real nice. Food's very, very good if you're ever near here. That's the best restaurant there is near here.